Welcome back to Crypto Legends, and today we are going to be showing you how to find the best coins on Solana. Get ready! So guys, here we are at the official website of dexscreener.com, where we're going to go ahead and look at the current meme coins that we can find on Solana and see how we can find the right one that may become the next gem. But before I get to that, guys, just remember I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always remember that you should make a decision for yourself when deciding to invest into your project. But yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. So guys, for today's video, we are going to be using dexscreener because personally I believe it is the most easy to use interface out of all that I have already used. And if you are a beginner or maybe even intermediate, this can be the most simple to use for you and you'll be able to access all of their features. So guys, here we are at dexscreener.com, where we are going to go ahead and be looking at Solana tokens. So here we have a dashboard where we can see currently what in the last 6 hours is the biggest trending token. So now I'm going to go ahead and walk you through all the features that you can use when finding the next coin that you want to invest to, and what filters you should set and what you should look out for when investing into tokens. We're going to go ahead and take a detailed look at what it is that you should take a look at and notice when getting into these kind of tokens. So guys, as you can see, here is the current dashboard. If we want to go ahead and take a look at only the Solana tokens, we can do so right here in the upper right corner by clicking on the filters tab, click on filters, and then click on all platforms. So the filters are one of the most important features and most useful features that you can use when browsing for new tokens. We can go ahead and select whatever platform we want to use. Let's go Solana for today. So click on save, apply, and now after applying, now we can see all the Solana tokens right here. They aren't mashing up with other platforms, and now we can just take a direct and good look at them. So guys, here are some of the top meme tokens right here. We're going to go ahead and show you what a good potential token looks like and then what you should look out for in a bad one. So here, as you can see, number one currently is Peng. I haven't currently heard of Peng, but as you know, meme tokens come and go and they're always changing, and they are really here for the long term. So let's go ahead and see how we can go ahead and make the most use out of them. So let's go ahead and select MCAP right here to go ahead and take a look at the better reading. And now guys, we can go ahead and see what's happening with the token. So as you can see, this is currently our recently released token. And it doesn't matter if you are new to crypto or intermediate, you know that the basic and the most important thing that you watch out for is the chart. The chart is going to be telling us everything, even though we're going to be getting greater details from other sources. The chart is what we are looking at when we are looking. So as you can see, currently when we have entered the website, there has been a lot of selling right here. As you have just seen, a lot of red has been seen just when we entered into the chart right here. Even though a lot of people are buying, now somebody has started selling in different wallets. This can be a bad sign, even though it currently isn't a rug pull. It has just been a coincidence. We're going to go ahead and show you why that can be a bad sign and what it means in the rug pulls. So basically, that chart here tells us that a price increase is starting to happen. So even though you can see the price has been pretty volatile, you can see it has started increasing, is now currently in this some period right here. We are looking at the past couple of hours. As you can see, this is when the increase has started. So what is this telling us? Well guys, maybe they have started marketing. One of the first features that you want to take a look at, guys, is the amount of effort that has been put into the token itself. So we're going to look right here at the right side of the screen. Usually tokens that have no future and that are just here to become an easy crash grab for their owners usually have no website, Twitter, and so on. So we're going to go ahead and check out what their social media say. So you can see here is the official website of this Peng token that we were just taking a look at. Hi, I'm Peng. People tell me I look like Pepe. I tell them I'm Pringle. I have no idea what it's about, but you would just want to go ahead and take a quick look if they have put any effort into their social media. Even though this isn't the best made website, you should always be very when investing into this kind of website. So you go ahead and take a look at it. As you can see, they have put effort into this website. This isn't just something that has been quickly made. And as you can see, they also have their Twitter with a couple of thousand followers as well. This is usual, guys, because this is expected from this token because it is first in the dashboard leaderboards right here. So obviously the first token is something that a lot of people have been investing into. So this is not really good representation of a token that doesn't have a good website. But later on in the video, when we're going to go and take a look at the bad tokens, you'll see what their websites look like. Some of them don't have a website, they have put zero effort into marketing, and so on. So guys, let's go back to the charts itself. Basically, their social medias proves that it was nice, even though we are currently seeing a lot of selling as well. Selling isn't good because it can be a sign of a rug that is going to begin. But what we want to do is look at the right side of the screen. Right here, the right side of the screen is where we are getting our info about the amount of holders. So the amount of holders are going to be telling us how many people actually believe into this token and haven't just bought into it and sold it immediately. As you can see, there have been almost 27,000 buys and almost 19,500 sales. So there are currently about 7,000 holders, which isn't at all bad. But what is bad is the buy volume and the sell volume. So as you can see, they are almost identical. So that means that everybody who bought more or less sold their tokens. So this isn't really a good sign of this token, and me personally, I wouldn't really get started investing into it. But what you can get from the info is right here. There was that many buys, and you can see that the buyers are currently at a bit than 5,000. So this isn't really a great sign of a good project, but you can always make the decision on yourself if you want to invest a bit into. Just dip your toes into the water to see how the token is doing, and then you can maybe easily get out without any big losses on your part when you actually want to get out of the token itself. So this is the example of what you need to look at. So as you can see, we can go ahead and take a look at some of the indicators. We can go ahead and see what the 52-week high lows are, oscillator, oscillator, and so on. But we can't use this currently as this is a pretty young project. But these are always the options that you have when looking at tokens that you can use that may give you a better sign. So guys, now we are going to go ahead and take a look at the info that can be told us as well from here to give us an insight if this can be a rug pull or not. So guys, let's go back to dexscreener.com and look at the other token. So this is just an example of how you want to look at a token, how you want to approach it once you open it up. Now let's go and see how to find the tokens that we want to look at. So guys, as you can see, here are the filters that we already set. We have already set the Solana filter, and we open up filters right here again. We can go ahead and set the liquidity. So let's say that you do not want to invest into a project that has the less liquidity in, let's say, $1,000. Maybe we want to up it to $100,000. So let's see what happens if we up it to $100,000. It's going to give us all the tokens that have $100,000 minimum liquidity. So we don't know. So we don't want the newest projects with the least liquidity because that can often be a bad sign. So Panic is still right here. Then we have this baby dog with head. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these tokens that are topping the dashboards, but I'm going to go ahead and first show you how you can filter the dashboards as well. So I just showed you the liquidity. You can go ahead and select any pay rate you might want to use. These are really advanced options that you as a beginner don't really want to use. So what we're going to use is these provided options right here that may give us an insight on what is trending. So we are currently selecting the last 24 hours. We can select the last 5 minutes, the last 6 hours, and so on, as you can see right here. So let's go ahead and select what's happening in the last 24 hours. As you can see, it's more or less Peng still at the top, but now the other tokens have changed. And what is this telling us? You can see here is the Donald Trump, a bit wordplay right here. You can see this is now a difference. And why has this been trending in the last 24 hours, but not in the current last 6 hours that we were just taking a look at? Well, guys, because of this right here. And guys, what is this telling us? Well, let's go ahead and take a look here. As you can see, here was the all-time high that we got from Donald Trump. So it was at 0.076, and what has been happening since then, since it had reached its all-time high? People have started selling, as you can see. I am sure. Let's go ahead and see in the last 24 hours, these are the buyers and sells. And let's see in the last 6 hours and the next hour, as you can see, it's more or less equal, and there have been more sells than buys. And why is that, guys? Well, this may be the start of the rug pull incoming. And what do I mean by that? Well, as you can see, current price is 0.031. It has more than divided itself by 2 in size. So we are now currently seeing this trend right here, and this is the price. And if you ask me, guys, I think this is going to be go ahead and go even less than it was. And what can we see right here that we were just talking about, guys? No website. We only have the Twitter and the Telegram. That is the minimum effort they could put into it. As you can see, they're not even tweeting that much anymore. So as you can see, they're tweeting, but it's not looking too good. There isn't a website. They haven't put too much effort into it, and this is all showing as the price is dropping. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a sign that something is going to go bad, but when you see it like this, you can notice that there's a very big bad trend, even though it got a huge uprise, meaning that the owner of the owner's friends have been buying into the token, just increasing the price, and then once they can get started selling at a good profit, this is once it drops and we are no longer going to see this token. So you cannot say anything for sure right here, but what you can do is go ahead and look for the contract address. If you start seeing somebody selling a lot or buying a lot, look at what have they been doing, and you can recognize some trends. So this is definitely not something you want to get started investing into. So guys, that's how you can browse the last 24 hours. Then you can go ahead and look at the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes is where we are seeing tokens that are doing very good at this moment that you might want to get into, and then just look at their charts, waiting for the price to increase so you can get out in time before some dip might start. So you can see there is a lot of green right here, but this Boris Johnson is doing very bad. And let's go ahead and take a look at, guys. Yeah, this is an example of something that is going to go ahead and get started with doing very bad. As you can see, the price has started dropping. A lot of selling has been happening right here. Even though people are buying into it, trying to bring it back to life, the price has started dropping. Again, the all-time high that we were talking about right here. And here you can take a look at the prices and the drops that it has fallen to right now. So as you can see, a lot of selling, guys, a lot more selling than it has been buying. Even though in the last 24 hours they have been buying it, this is now a very bad trend. So guys, now I want to introduce you into a very useful feature that you can use for checking this token. So guys, what we want to use is the rug check website. This is a very useful feature and a website that can show us what's happening with a token before we invest in it. So let's go back to this Boris Johnson right here. We're going to copy the contract address right here. We want to go ahead and click on this icon. That's going to copy it, and we can go ahead and paste it right here. So let's go ahead and paste it and check it and see what rug check can tell us. So you can see the risk analysis is good. You can see the supply right here and that the LP is locked. So even though you can see right here that the liquidity is locked, liquidity locked doesn't have to mean anything anytime. Even though it is locked and they can take back your funds, there are other ways they can scam you and they can just take your funds and never let you get back into them while dropping the price and taking their funds back. So as you can see, here we can see that the LP is locked and we can see who the holders are and how much they are holding. As you can see, a lot of holders have been holding the biggest amount. So this isn't actually a really good sign because it shows you that probably the friends of the project owner are getting in this project and are aiming to leave sometime in the future. So as you can see, it is dropping and it is not looking good currently, but we are going to go ahead and see what's been happening. You have to go ahead and follow them. This isn't a process that you can just do in 5 minutes and then decide what you want to get into. You have to follow the charts and see what the charts are saying and to see how you can recognize the next gem. So yeah, let's go back to DEX Screener and let's go ahead and try to find something that is worth investing into. So we're going to select 6 hours or 1 hour. You can select whichever you want, but let's go ahead and select 6 hours to see what's good. As you can see, Baby Dog with Head has took over Pang. So let's go ahead and see what's happening with Baby Dog with Head. As you can see, this is a price that has been pretty volatile, but increasing and decreasing. And here you can see that a lot of people are buying. And this is a project that is showing a good sign that you can buy into right now. Even though in the last 5 minutes, it hasn't been looking too good, we are going to go ahead and keep an eye out on them to see what's happening, because you can see in the last 24 hours, 6 hours, and 1 hour, they had a good increase. So you want to go ahead and keep your eye out, and this can show us, if we look at the trend right here, that the price can now start increasing. If we take a look at the trend right here, it has been starting increasing a bit, and we can expect a nice increase now in the future. So we're going to go ahead and keep an eye out on them to see what's happening, but you want to use your tools right here, and you want to take a look at the transactions page right here to take a look at who's selling, how much is selling, so on. You can always notice a rug pull is coming when somebody starts immediately selling, even though it is abrupt. This is why you want to take a look at it. Make sure that nobody is starting abruptly selling, so they do not catch you off guard. But basically, guys, I walked you through everything that you can take a look at. You can use the rug check website right here. Let's also go ahead and check this Baby Wave token to see what it tells us and to see what we can expect from in the risk analysis. You can see it is also good and the LP is locked, but as I already told you, LP locked doesn't mean a lot. So this is a better top holder percentage. Not one person is hoarding all of the tokens. This is what I like to see, and this is definitely a good sign of a project that can do successfully. So I'm going to go ahead and select Baby Dog with Head as a project that can do nicely. We're going to go ahead and select their website to see what it's all about. As you can see, even though our website isn't very best made, we can go ahead and check out their Twitter and social medias to see what's happening. So as you can see, here is an update that they have applied for CoinMarketCap, and this is a great sign that you can get into the project, because if they have applied for CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, this means that they are actively trying to get the price higher on their token. This is why I believe Baby With is now a good token to invest into. We're going to go ahead and see how they end up doing and what we can expect from this project. But basically, there are the signs that you can take a look at. So go to DEX Screener and browse for yourself, use the Solana network, and find something that matches the criteria that I just told you. Make sure there is a nice amount of sellers and buyers at the same time. Make sure they have their social medias, website, and check it on the rug check. Always be 100% safe. But guys, always keep in mind, even though you're 100% safe, it is never 100% safe. You can never know what's happening on the other end, what the owners are planning, and so on, and what is going to happen with the token itself. So always be cautious when using and investing. But yeah, guys, basically those are the steps that you can follow. I hope I helped you at least a bit. As you can see, just until we ended the video, you can see that they are now increasing in the price again as well. So it's doing very nicely, just as we told you, and it's going to keep on increasing. So go ahead and check it out for yourself. But yeah, guys, basically alongside those info, you can find right here on the left side of the screen. You can go ahead and set your watch list for the tokens to keep an eye out on. You can have alerts, multi-charts, and so on. Go ahead and look at new pairs that have been just added to DEX Screener. If you want to look at the newest and the freshest tokens, you can do so right here. But use the same criteria, be smart as I already told you, and always keep in mind that you should take care of yourself first. But yeah, guys, basically that is how to get into it. So go ahead and apply what I told you and get started with trading and trade smartly. So if this video helped you, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on so you can always be notified when we upload a new video. I guess thanks for watching today's one. I hope I'll see you in the next one, and bye.